Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is tonight's news. Days into an escalating feud, Iran has fired near 400 missiles at Israel. It is estimated, however, that only 30 have struck their intended targets, leading many to believe that the missiles are being launched by Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Take that, Cowboys.
You suck and always have been. Oh, boys.
Tyler Perry has been accused of sexual assault by a male actor on his recent television series, The Oval. Who would have guessed that a man who made $1 billion dressing up like a woman is into dudes? Really puts the shock. D in Medea.
I love that you almost said oral, too.
Yeah. But that was just a Freudian slip.
Just assume that's where he's going with it. Yeah, I guess.
Did he go to jail? Didn't Medea go to jail? There was a whole movie about it.
She's going back to jail now. I believe there's goes to jail too. It's like
there's a second one.
I think he just takes earnest titles and goes Medea.
Yeah. Medea saves Christmas.
Yes, yeah. Medea goes to camp.
Medea scared and stupid.
Medea goes to Africa. That's
that was the best
movie.
one.
Yeah,
that's the best one.
That one made me cry. It made me cry.
Medea joins the army. The earnest one made you cry?
No, Medea goes to Africa.
Yeah, that one was good.
Back to home.
Was good.
Back to home.
Yep. Welcome to tonight's show. My name is Dave Landau.
And my name is Black Garrett. And joining us, as always, is Angela.
It's me. Hi. Hey. Hello. Hi. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, you know. Fine.
Great.
Fantastic.
I am excited for this show.
Hey, everybody out there, take a second and go down below and tongue punch the like button. We appreciate it. Focus on the bell so you can get notified. And if you like to drench yourself with some beautiful merch, we also have that at shopblaze.com. Did I say it right this time?
No.
Damn it. BlazeShop.com.
No, shop.blaze.
Wait, what? How many dots? Okay, it'll be in the description. You can go down there.
This is hardly your fault.
This is just very confusing, and we're also on the 31st page, so you have to just go through all those, and you can get our hats. And you know what? We do appreciate it when you send the photos when you get them and you're wearing them. That's awesome.
Tag
do that
us.
more. Do that more. Thank you.
I like meeting you at shows, and you have our hats on.
Very cool.
Yes.
Dave.
Yes.
Speaking of your shows, where can people find those?
You can check me out this weekend. I'm going to be at a place in Gaylord, Michigan, called Brisket Fest on Saturday at 7:30. You can come out. I realize that entire sentence sounds extraordinarily homosexual, but it is not. Brisket Fest is not an unprotected sex fest in Michigan. It is.
If you want, you could make it that.
You're headlining.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, you don't. You can. It's fine if you do.
Yeah,
but we'd prefer it family friendly.
Right.
So fuck everyone's family. Yeah. Also, Funny Bone in Des Moines, Iowa, with Don Jameson, July 12th. So come out to that 2 shows. And where can we find you?
Well, you could find me buying your book on Amazon and DaveLandau.com. You can find it there. And my channel, Black Garrett. There you go. Angela, you have a channel.
I do. It's called Angela Does Horror on YouTube. And I have a new video out. And next week we're going to be watch-alonging Society.
Let's go.
Have you seen that?
I have never seen that.
You should watch it with us.
At
you
least
should
not
come
that I
and
know
watch
of.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably doing a show, aren't you?
When is it?
Next Friday.
I am, but
I got to get you on one of these because you would die at Society. You would love it.
I know. It was but the guy who made Reanimator, right? Yeah, that's what I saw. I really want to see it. I don't know if I caught it maybe when I was younger.
Oh, you remember?
It didn't look as familiar. I mean, Reanimator I've seen and part 2.
Yeah, you would love it.
I don't doubt you at all. I'm down.
I'm eager for you to see it, buddy.
I will do one of those with you. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Joining us also today. She's a comedian from Michigan, and she's going to tell you a little bit about where you can find a great show. Please welcome the very funny Melissa Hager.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, you're actually coming back to Michigan after if you survive Gaylord.
Yes, if Gaylord doesn't turn into a riot.
I'm hopeful.
A riot of bear love.
You can find me and Dave with a butt full of herpes.
Well, that wouldn't be new, but you can find me there.
July 2nd, Dave and I and one of your
Derek
best
Richards.
Yes, Derek Richards. Very funny.
The
July
alcoholic.
2nd. Yeah. He sure does like to drink it right straight from the bottle. It's amazing to me. I'm like, and he makes it look cool. I'm like, you make it look so cool.
It's the complicated designs.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
It's the shiny buttons on the shirt. I'm like,
Distract-
He's always in a suit when he pulls his genitals out in the casino.
I'm hoping to be 200 and some days sober in July when we meet up again, but I don't know. Derek might get me with that cool drinking look he's got.
Oh, don't let him do that to you.
Not the
He's
end of the
trouble.
world, but that.
July 2nd, we'll be in Houghton Lake, Michigan, and July 3rd, we're going to be in East Tawas, near Gaylord, but less rapey.
Yeah, Tawas is a nice family-friendly area.
Yeah. We're still not inviting kids to that show either. But
No, you shouldn't invite
It'll be
kids.
great.
I don't. They told me this 2 days ago. They're like, keep it PG. I'm like, dude, why did you hire me?
That's a bad call.
have you not
on him.
watched anything?
I mean, I'll do my corporate set, but I feel there's still going to be some walkouts.
We always count on it. We always count on it.
Every show. It's always like those two. Bye.
Well, to see Dave do a real adult show with Derek and I, go to thecomedyseries.net and get your tickets. It'll be an awesome show. No kids.
Yes,
Still
and
maybe-
you've been putting on tons of shows for years, so
Yeah, you were one of our first headliners with the comedy series. It was
yes.
You were actually the very first live headliner that I saw when somebody said you should do comedy, and I was like, that's not a real job.
And then you saw
And
me.
then somebody took me down to Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, and there you were.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't know this.
Yeah, I don't. We don't talk much.
Was when it's true. when I
We'll just air our dirty laundry now.
Was it when I had my sweet hawk?
Yeah, you did have you had your hawk, and and Matt Holt was your opener, and
Yeah.
yep.
I believe he's
Matt-
dead,
Yeah,
if not inside.
did edit that out.
No, don't.
Yeah, so I talked to both of you after the show, and Matt messaged me immediately, helped me put on our first show, and then I finagled my way around to you because I had Brent Terhune, and
It was great.
I had Sal D'Amelio, and they just kept saying, you got to get Dave, you got to get Dave. A friend of mine got divorced straight after the first time we had you.
Yes, that's right.
Because her husband got booted out of the show. You heckled him right out of the room, which was awesome.
I made fun of him until he left, and then they got divorced.
Something about
Oh my God.
sheep effing was going on or something in the joke.
There was a lot going on with his face.
Yeah,
and it was very easy to point out things he'd done.
Might have been pretty close to home there.
Sounds like it.
To walk out, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave gets a lot of standing ovations, but this was like a mid-set standing ovation for that guy leaving. It was awesome.
That was a fun one. I'm sorry to your friend. Well, actually, I'm not
none
sorry.
of us are. Yeah.
She's happy,
out.
right?
Yeah, she's happy. Well, she got married and divorced again, but it's okay.
Okay, so it's her.
She's coming around.
Something here. Hold up.
But yeah, that guy was also.
She's got this. We believe.
It's a bad picker. Bad.
She keeps going after the guys holding fish on the dating sites.
no.
That's the problem. You got to get away from those.
Well, some of them are good. If you like
You gotta get the
fish.
guys holding the deers.
I mean,
saying
they
no.
can,
Switch
they can
over.
provide.
Switch over.
I guess you won't be hungry.
Yeah, the guy's holding a bear. Have a dentist.
bear.
Have a dentist holding a lion. That's how you'll know.
Yeah. You gotta aim high.
I think
Yeah.
they should hold up their insurance card.
Yeah.
Like it
Sounds-
would just
yeah.
be. We're in our 40s now.
Whatever you shot through a cage in this
Business.
safari.
How about a clean card from the health department? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's,
I'm good.
that's true. Everybody's got a little HPV. Speaking of which, back on the show tonight.
Oh no.
One of my favorite guests, one of my favorite people. He's honestly one of the smartest guys I know, and I really enjoy having him on. Please welcome back, except when he's doing the cover art of my book.
That's you?
Swing and a miss on that one.
I misspelled forward.
Oh, you're the guy.
Oh, that was you.
I misspelled. My name's Matt Bechtel, and I misspelled forward on Dave's book. Other than that, pretty smooth.
Otherwise, you did an excellent editing job.
Thank you. Appreciate
He
that.
never told us.
I know I never told him.
not
He's,
No.
yeah.
I
it's
only
class.
waited until you were here.
He just punched a hole in the wall and just.
Punch hole. I didn't even care. I thought it added character to the fact that the character in the book is a pile of shit.
Is that what you brought me out here for, Dave? Was so everybody could know.
People
Public
needed to
spanking.
know it wasn't me because everybody thought it was.
That's the second time I've done that too. So I had to go back and edit a couple book covers. So
Wow.
from that, it's an easy typo to make.
It is kind of.
I can't say nothing. I'm retarded. So
Can't we just say forward?
I really wish you wouldn't have let in with the. He's one of the smartest people I know. You know.
You really are, though. You're one of the most well-read people I know. Like, whenever there's a book, he's like, have you read this? And I'm halfway into it usually. And then he finishes it 8 minutes later. No, for real.
and you're really
I show him
well read
the picture
too.
to prove it.
He's really well read.
Yeah, he and
We were
I
talking about
kind
it
of
nonstop.
connected that we were a bit well-read.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
I don't retain the information.
Just like
Yeah, I try my best, but if we're doing promotion stuff, all I really got is my social media. The great Austin Anderson and I are trying to make a movie this summer and need a following for that so we can get it off the ground once it's out. So other than that, the only thing else I got, I guess, is a gift for Dave. If you want to,
You got one?
You can wait to open it. You can do it now.
Oh, I wanna do
whatever,
it now.
but-
we should do it now.
All right. Give that a little. You like that jacket?
This is a bag I'll be saving.
I think in the comedy world, you call that a callback.
Yes. You have to do the joke first.
To your motorcycle sketch, I guess.
I know. I wish it was my little teddy bear. Oh, what's up?
That is when we were talking about books the other day, and that was
yeah.
like the number one. I've given that book to Art Alexakis of Everclear when I interviewed him, and then I gave it to our mutual friend David Gunn.
He's
as
great.
well. Yeah,
That's David Gunn. Check him out online. It's also his book. Far, far more insane than probably
A Summertime in Murder Town
is really.
Yeah, get that in Dave's book. And
Thank you very much.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Summertime in Murder Town though is it's about him growing up in Flint, and it is extraordinary.
Getting shot. So that
Passport to Heaven.
that Passport to Heaven I picked up today at the Branch Davidian compound.
Oh, right. We do have to talk about that then.
So I when I saw that, I
I'm
thought
gonna keep this out for fodder.
I got to get that for Dave.
I'm gonna bring
Can I
this.
see it? Can I see it?
I'm gonna bring this to heaven when I go,
The track.
Yeah,
I'm interested in
straight-
tracks. There's always
straight
interesting
from
tracks.
Waco. Yeah.
and then
Especially
we
one
got
from the Branch Davidians.
The original,
OG.
the OG
You know
Wood River
me.
BBQ special. Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is dope. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody who bought a bottle. My brother woke up today with quite the surprise. It got a ton of orders, and he was happy. I was happy. He told me he already mailed like 4 of the orders and was working on them today. So
Awesome.
he's trying to get them out today. So he was very excited about that. Thank you guys for that. So
I was telling
woodriverbbq.com if you want to get more.
I was telling you earlier, my kids tried it and they loved it as well.
I know, dude. You guys were just raw Don barbecue sauce. I've never seen
yeah.
anybody just open up a bottle of, but like the whole normal world crew afterwards was just drinking this barbecue
It's
sauce.
the purest
Back
form.
then.
It's like, oh,
What's the meat you'd put this on the most?
maybe a
It is a wide
brisket sandwich, maybe
wide
some
bottle.
Oh yeah.
barbecue nachos. I like to do that.
Brisket's my thing.
Yeah,
brisket.
yeah, some obviously ribs, but I like to put it on nachos. To be honest with you,
Really?
yeah. So my brother actually has a food truck, and he made this sauce for the food truck. But now I think he had to go through all types of stuff with the government in order to be able to bottle it and sell it and stuff like that.
Right.
And I think that the barbecue sauce is maybe the true passion now. So
Good.
Yeah.
Hope it takes off for him.
pretty good. I hope so too. He works extremely hard. He's basically a single dad. He's raising 3 kids right now, and he works his ass off for this stuff. So I wanted to try to do something to, give him some props and elevate his company a little bit. So
Oh, it's good stuff.
Check out some sauce, guys. I'm gonna be slathering that on some brisket. That's my favorite.
On some meat tonight.
And fatty brisket. I don't want lean. I want fatty. I want the flavor. I'm gonna eat the fat. I don't care.
The grease, everything.
It's delightful.
Want all of it.
I had brisket last night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I mean, you were in Austin.
I was out in Austin. You have to. There's
You got
several
to.
places, and they close. What is that face?
What?
Fatty meat. I was just thinking
You
about
don't
it.
like? You don't like fatty? It's a brisket though. Like that's like.
I don't mean like a steak fat.
Yeah, I just don't like the way that fat feels in my mouth ever really. I don't like to chew the fat,
You gotta render it down so it's not chewy.
I'm not doing all that.
That you got to suck on.
I want my
Yeah.
girly meat. Give me my pretty meat.
Cut just the
What's your
cut
favorite?
the edges off.
What's your favorite meat?
Filet mignon.
It is. I mean, you do
yeah,
get
that is
that.
I get that.
Sounds French.
Which is, I get it too. It's delightful.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not,
Especially where we go.
Yes.
Oh,
Holy moly, it's good. I get
sorry, Melissa,
crab
we're all
on it.
hungry. I think.
I'm starving and I'm so mad I wore white pants here.
I don't get
Like,
Oh, we'll go somewhere later. It's a delight. But let's get into some stories, shall we?
The topics.
Thank you both for being here. All right. With the U.S. potentially on the brink of war with Iran, Senator Ted Cruz, a longtime advocate of regime change in the Persian nation, appeared on obscure podcaster Tucker Carlson.
Tyler Carlson.
To argue for military action. Here's a clip of how that went.
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
I don't know the population.
At all?
No, I don't know the population.
You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
How many people live in Iran?
92 million.
Okay. Yeah,
How could you not know that?
I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's,
because
it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant?
Because if you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and
What percent?
predominantly Shia. Okay, this is cute.
It's not
Okay.
even... You don't know anything about Iran. So
Okay,
actually,
I
the
am
country...
not the Tucker Carlson
but
expert on Iran.
You're a
who
senator
says,
who's calling for the
you're the one who
overthrow of the
claims-
government.
You're the one
you
who
don't know
claims
anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to
Knows
murder
there's
Donald
92
Trump.
million people.
You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani.
I hate it when mommy and daddy fight.
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe
we're
that...
carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading.
I don't
them,
even know
but
what the
we're
argument's
supporting
about
You're
anymore.
breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive
it.
capacity.
We're not
at all.
bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We are supporting
This is high
Israel. as their-
stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war
we're-
with Iran right now, people are listening.
Hey,
Were these guys homies before, or were they?
I thought they were always
so.
getting along.
Yeah.
I just checked on his podcast. It looks like this is the first time Ted's been on. Because I mean, yeah.
He might not like Ted.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like homies, but I think, obviously he's
I will
senator for a long time, and Ted has been, Tucker's been in the news for a long time, but I don't think they've ever been like outright adversaries.
Interesting.
I feel like
It's a simple
Tucker
question.
looked that up right before the interview.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
that's-
he likes
they're doing
to.
prep.
He
Yeah.
likes to,
Well, that's what I was
be a little
trying-
trolly.
But I do also
That's a good.
feel
That's an honest question though. Like Ted Cruz,
Yeah.
you're a
should know
senator.
that.
You're calling
should.
for like assisting in this war that we haven't really shouldn't have anything to do with.
Oh, you're also a pro-life senator who's like, every life matters, and it's like you're off by 12 million.
Yeah, there's parts of Ted Cruz that I do like, and other ones I'm like, you're just another one of these politicians that do the same thing. You talk, and then
I just like seeing him getting flustered.
that's always fun to
It
watch.
is funny.
I was trying to decide if I liked Tucker's line of questioning, if those are just kind of like random things to try to get you on, but then the other side of me is like, if you want to go to war with a country and put lives at risk, you should definitely know a ton about it. But by the way, Dave, listening to your interview the other day on with Dan Holloway, I really liked what Dan had to say, where he was explaining how aggressive Iran is and kind of making points on that. But yeah, I was telling Garrett beforehand, I was like, I just felt uncomfortable watching those two go at it, because it's like I couldn't tell if they were friends kind of before then, and it's okay to get into a heated argument, obviously, with your friend, but I felt like I was, like I said, just like walking in on an argument. I was like, oh, I better close the door.
Well, and Dan is somebody who's been to war. I wouldn't even imagine why I would argue war strategy with him.
Yeah.
It's like, how does this work? And it's like, well, Iran hates us.
You're talking about Dan Holloway's take
Dan
on
Holloway,
why he's for aggressive action.
He's
on
aggressively saying, look, you got a few weeks, you got a week to get out of Tel Aviv, and then it's going to be gone.
Yeah, it was.
And that's his. But if they side with Russia, but then there won't be really be in Iran.
Yeah, it was interesting. And this
if
whole
they side with, China.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked about it yesterday, not to rehash it. It is interesting though how this whole stuff with the war and what our involvement should be, how it is splitting up the right. You know what I mean? And I feel like how conservatives are coming at this from two different angles. And I guess what I would say is it is nice to have an anti-war part of the right that's more vocal now. Scott Horton had said, that's really what they needed in Vietnam, was they needed somebody who could say, hey, I want low taxes. Hey, I like guns, but also, we should not be in this war in Vietnam. Yep. Whereas you just saw a bunch of college kids and some people were like, yeah, screw those guys. So now, it is kind of a divisive thing and the conservative thing. And I just think it's interesting to watch it all play out.
I think MAGA is very let's not get into other people's wars. Like that seemed to be like a really big part of the movement is Donald Trump hasn't gotten us into wars. He's more of a peace president. Don't be taking us into new wars. We don't want any part of that. I think it was maybe Charlie Kirk or some people that are political talking heads that are connected to the Trump regime. And he ran a poll. Again, it's a poll on X, but he's got a big following, and I think it was in the high 90s percentage of people saying we don't want nothing of this. We don't want you to start a war. We want none of it. So it's is Trump going to listen to that, or is he going to listen to the warmonger conservatives, or where are we going?
This whole thing, I was thinking about this.
I think we're already in it.
Yeah, we're in it, but we just haven't launched yet. But I mean, there's drones going into, is it Tel Aviv right now?
I think so. Yeah,
they're pretty brutal. These things, they're heat seeking. They
Drones
can
are
find
scary.
you. Yeah. Come right at you with and then there's somebody who operates the drone from far away. It's absolutely insane.
With literally an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's we saw it with the Russia-Ukraine stuff, but this is Russia and Ukraine. Imagine scaling that up to America level of money that we can put into it. They were on the Unsub podcast, great guys. If you haven't watched those guys, watch those guys. But they were talking about the drones that they have right now. And you can run a drone that can carry ordnance in the corner of this room, and you can't hear it.
That's disturbing.
It's terrifying. And that's the amount of power that you can have. And you don't need troops on the ground. You just bomb people.
Now, Melissa, Israel or Palestine? Go.
I don't
answer that.
I'm trying to keep my own piece of the pie.
You're where can I work in a funny joke?
I'm just trying to make it.
I'm just trying to make it in Michigan.
No, don't say nothing.
Wild. I mean, we could point out the obvious for all the viewers they were going to have. Somebody could have did Ed's hair better. It was so crispy looking.
And Tucker had a massive cold sore.
Yeah.
See that?
Well, the more famous you get, the more herpes you get.
Here's the real,
you're saying that.
Here's the real question. Let's say they started putting hands on each other. Who wins that? Tucker.
Tucker, come on.
No.
Come on.
Yeah. Do you see his slippery shoes that Ted Cruz wearing? No, he's going right down
You
to
think
the ground.
Ted Cruz is going down?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ted Cruz is from Texas.
So
I'm still
he's
saying
a
Tucker, I
pussy.
think.
He's a pussy.
Tucker was raised by a maid.
He's top heavy. He's top heavy.
Oh, hold on. You guys are saying Ted's a pussy. Didn't he play college basketball?
Yeah,
Jimmy
many
Kimmel and
years
some
ago. many years ago.
Isn't Tucker the heir to a fortune already?
I think his dad married a rich chick in his second marriage. I think is what happened. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't.
correct.
Yeah.
I just don't think Tucker's he's
got
very
the reach.
Okay, let me ask
don't
you
know.
guys
It
this.
doesn't matter.
See the way he wears those leather jackets?
Let's get a little bit okay. Realistically, which one of the two do you think has at least done a trial class at a jiu-jitsu gym? I think Tucker.
Yeah. I think maybe Ted.
So he's at least going to get him in a guard. They're going to run out of breath and they're going to run out of moves pretty quick. But
Have you seen Ted walk?
I think
going down.
Tucker gets a slippery win.
But out of the two, who have ganged up and kicked a minority?
Well,
Both?
with the last name Cruz, he could have been the minority who was.
You're right.
This point, yeah.
So-
Point.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. I don't know. Whenever I hear Tucker, the name, I just think penny loafers.
Dude, me too.
Khakis.
Me too.
I've just never heard anybody go, did you see Tucker kick that kid's ass? It's never happened.
Yeah, that's
My friend Tucker beat that man half to death. With my friend Kyle and Todd.
It does sound like a 10-year-old boy. Tucker.
Yeah. But you
Tucker.
might be right. He may take defense classes because he's out in public.
I bet he's done a trial class. I don't think Cruz has, but
He's
I
got a
bet,
good 10 years on him, too, I think.
yeah, I'm sure Tucker hung out with somebody who's like, just try it, dude.
I can see that. I don't know. I'm going to say, you put in the comments who's going to win in a fight, Tucker or Ted.
Yeah.
I think it's us.
Or they could just do a grappling match. They don't have to throw punches.
We win.
Just set it up. go to Gordon Ryan's gym, do a little grappling match.
We get it. You do it. I'm sorry.
You're athletic.
Okay,
Oh,
I don't
all
want to
right.
get hurt by you later.
I don't know. You're talking. I've never stepped foot in a martial arts gym in my life.
You're a liar. I know you know how to kung fu. You saved me from that man.
No, I'm a huge pussy.
Please go to Gaylord with him. Please.
Yeah, I'm
Join in.
You had me at the name.
not for fighting, but please join me.
Sure, I have
Grappling
I'm
there.
sure I have an email from their mayor already.
The mayor of Gaylord.
Yeah. You're like, stop saying that.
It's Gaylord. I'll spell it differently.
Right.
It's Lord. It's Gaylord. Ted could not be bothered to brush up on the Iran Wikipedia page. Population might be an important thing to know in the fallout of military action for things like civil war, refugee crises, terrorist violence, etc.
Yeah.
But that is neither here nor there. Later in the interview, Cruz, who, quote, has always regretted not serving in the military, end quote, weighed in on the subject of Israel spying on the U.S. government.
Does Mossad share all of its intelligence with us?
Oh, probably not, but they share a lot. We don't share all of our intelligence with them, but we share a lot. It's a close alliance.
Do they spy domestically in the United States?
Oh, they probably do, and we do as well. And friends and allies spy on each other, and I
do.
assume all of our allies spy on us.
That's okay with you?
You know what? One of the things about being a conservative is that you're not naive and utopian. You don't think humans are all... Part of the reason socialism
Unless it's
doesn't
about
work
numbers.
is the mantra from each according to his abilities to each according to his needs doesn't work. As a conservative, I assume people act in their rational self-interest.
So it's
why the free market
conservative to
works.
pay people to spy on you?
It's conservative to recognize that human beings act in their own self-interest, and every one of our friends spies on us.
I'm kind of with
And
Cruz
I'm
on
not-
this one.
Do you like it? That's my question. I'm not asking whether they have motive to do it. Of course they do. I understand that. And
by the way,
But
not
Tucker
mad
is
at that.
just messing with him at this point.
Yeah.
I want to know. Hold on. I
Oak
want to
and
know
the
your
bear.
attitude. You said that your guiding principle, in fact, the only principle, the only criterion,
I said guiding, the overwhelming. I wouldn't say only.
is it in America's interest? Is it in America's interest for Israel to spy on us, including on the president?
It is in America's interest to be closely allied with Israel because we get huge benefits for it. And you want to see the clearest.
But I just want to stop on the spying for a second. That it takes place, as you know, and including on the president of the United States and several precedents. And I just want to know if that's okay and why is it okay? Wouldn't an American lawmaker say to a client state, you're not allowed to spy on us? I'm sorry. I know why you want to. I'm not mad at you.
Tucker's
but
side.
you're not allowed
Yeah.
to. Sure. And I don't
Yeah, no, I am.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be spied on by you. Is that... It's kind of weird not to say that. But you don't
Just
seem
say
able to
it's
say
not
that.
okay.
And Tucker's right. It's not.
Dude, can you imagine? him
Both
being-
right. Like Ted's right. The other countries are absolutely going to be spying on you. Tucker's right. You can say it's not okay.
Can you
Just say
imagine
it's
him
not
being
right.
with Donald Trump right now with the energy he's bringing to that table? If he were to sit across from Trump, those two would go at it. Like, you know what I mean?
You got to throw him in the mix and see who wins. Although the more when I look at the cameras, you might be right about Tucker winning.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at that face.
Look at that. Put him.
Do you guys? I don't know if you're planning on putting that clip up though, where Ted basically tells Tucker to stop being a smartass.
Yep.
Well, maybe we are.
Do you have? that?
Maybe we are going in a row
Okay.
here.
Sorry,
We brought it up just now because you asked about it. Play the clip.
I'm asking about your allegation and the Prime Minister of Israel's allegation that is
And let me be
that
clear,
Iran
I'm
is trying to
emphatically for
murder the
killing our
president.
enemies. Killing terrorists is a good thing. Killing people who are trying to murder Americans is a good thing. Because if you're America first, you want to protect America. And so killing Osama bin Laden was a fantastic
But you don't
day
really
for the
believe
world.
that they're trying to murder Trump, or you?
Yes, I do. Yes,
then,
I do.
Then why aren't you calling for military action against Tehran right now?
Because they're not very effective. In terms of hitmen, their hitmen are not very effective. I do think...
Oh, so they're hitmen, but not the bad kind, the efficient kind.
No, they're,
what did you say?
they're a weak country who is on its knees, and I think we need to...
Then why are we so afraid of them? Why are they the biggest threat if they're a weak country that's on its knees?
Because they're trying...
I'm trying to keep track.
They're trying to develop...
Ted, does your
less
wife
snarky.
bang
I
other
know, you're
dudes?
right. That is a problem that I have. I'm sorry.
That is a problem that I have.
how did you? Even the way he ended that was.
Oh wait, that was a froze. I thought he literally like froze in the intervieu.
In his head, he did.
Yeah, dude, he acts like you, Dave. Every time you're being a smartass, and I'm like, stop being a smartass. I'm not.
It's just what I do.
This is my job of the host of the show to be a smartass.
Oh, man.
You don't like it, you can take those gay little boots walking. No apologies. You and your Branch Davidian tour.
Think you're smart around here?
Yeah. Sure, you saw a whole...
You may be right about
You
it.
guys are the only ones who said, I've never claimed to be smart. You guys are like, this is one of the smartest guys I know.
Well, what
10
are you
minutes
here
later,
for?
dumbass.
Good looks? All right, well, apparently... Smart enough to read a paper and know the order we're going in.
Sorry, guys. Jeez. I'm sorry. Matt ruined the show. Matt ruined the whole night.
No, you didn't, Matt. I'm now easing back into the other guy. You're right.
Okay.
I'm like, look, I'm just joking.
Yes. You're taking host notes from Iceberg Slim. Got to start off a little bit violent and then ease off.
You have to.
And then love
You ever
bomb.
smell a hoe after a full night of work?
Lulls him into
Dave just got done gorilla pimping me. Now he's going to love bomb me.
Was that one I recommended to you?
No, I've read that independently of that. That was one of the first purchases I bought on Amazon, and then Amazon thought I was a black guy, and they kept...
I bought it.
They're like, would you like?
Dude, I tried to find that book in stores forever. Then one shop in Harlem, I walk in, I go, do you have Pimp by Iceberg Slim? They're like, yes, we do.
Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we got that joint.
They're like, which one do you want? There's just a shelf of Pimp.
Yeah.
They're all signed.
Great book, though.
Great book.
I mean, it's sad.
Yeah.
But it's a great book. But it does teach you how to pimp, right?
Yeah.
It ain't easy, I know that.
Yeah. There's a great documentary on that as well, by the way.
Is that American Pimp?
I don't remember. I just know it's got Ice-T and Snoop Dogg in it.
American
So,
Pimp.
Okay. There, I've got it on DVD.
It's by the Hughes brothers who did Menace to Society and Book of Eli.
What it's funny to make.
Yeah,
some
Dave's from
movies
Detroit,
to
obviously.
Well, they make crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
films.
it's just they're so opposite.
Well, the
such
other one
opposite
was
movies.
the Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
The hell.
What, Tim Burton, Sleepy?
They're not Sleepy Hollow. It was the other one that he did, though.
The hell,
Thank you, From Hell.
from hell.
Yep, you got it. Thank you.
I always get those confused.
Yeah, they directed From Hell, Book of Eli, Menace to Society, and American Pimp.
Wow.
Yeah.
The two brothers. They were born in Detroit, I think, and then
range.
that takes place in Compton.
Wow.
They're good directors.
It's good. It's good stuff.
And I'll tell you this, Cruz, for his part on X with this, was not too happy. Let's see. Because every war in Star Wars or World War II, and not any of the ones we have actually fought in the last 80 years, Ted attempted to invoke the Bible as a reason to go to war.
Growing up in Sunday school, I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. And from my perspective, I want to be on the blessing side of things.
Of those who bless the government of Israel?
Those who bless Israel is what it says. It doesn't say the government of it, it says the nation of Israel. So that's in the Bible. As a Christian, I believe that.
Where is that?
I can find it to you. I don't have the scripture off the tip of my...
How many
Pull out
pages
the
are in the
Socratic
Bible?
method. He's getting them down.
It's in
You're
Genesis.
quoting a Bible phrase. You don't have context for it and you don't know where in the Bible it is, but that's like your theology? I'm confused.
It's in
What does that even
Genesis?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Tucker,
I'm a Christian. I want to know
They're
what you're
talking
talking
about Israel, the man.
where
I
does my
believe, not
support for
necessarily the
Israel
nation.
come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two...
Hold on.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
not holding on.
Hold on. You're a senator, and now you're throwing out theology, and I am a Christian, and I am allowed to weigh in on this. We are commanded as Christians to support the government of Israel?
We are commanded to support Israel. And we're
What does that
told-
mean?
I think it's
We're
God's
told those who
people.
bless
I don't
Israel
know
will
about
be
the
blessed.
government
Hold on,
of
define
current day Israel.
This is important. Are you kidding? This is a majority Christian country.
Define Israel. Do you not know what Israel is? That would be the country you've asked like 49 questions about.
So that's what Genesis, that's what God is talking about.
The nation
in
of
Genesis.
Israel, yes.
And so is that the current borders, the current leadership? He's talking about the political entity called Israel?
He's talking about the nation of Israel. Yeah, nations exist, and he's discussing a nation. A nation was the people of Israel.
Is the nation
They're the
God's
descendants of
referring
Abraham.
to in Genesis, is that the same as the country run by Benjamin Netanyahu right now?
Yes. Growing up in Sunday.
Yes.
I bet he didn't expect that conversation to be like that. I wonder what it was like before they talked. If he must have thought it was going to be like a friendly conversation. He wasn't expecting Tucker to come at him like that.
Oh, there's no way. Well, and also you're very religious and well read for real. Like, who's right and wrong here?
Well, I was really hoping that we could avoid that, but that's all right.
Okay.
So basically,
not.
no, it's all right. So there's a few different belief systems on how like the world's going to end, essentially, and so it kind of seems like Ted Cruz is taking the what I would call like kind of like the Left Behind series view of the end times, where all of the end time stuff is going to take place in and through Israel and stuff like that. But that's a theory, right? So there's like post-millennialism, amillennialism, stuff like that. People have different views on how the world's going to end. But in America and American Christians, it's super, like with my church, my parents, most of my family, that's kind of the view that they have, is that there's going to be like a rapture. It's going to be based off of Israel, stuff like that. That's not really where I land on it, but that's where they kind of get their politics from. So where he's talking about, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe that when he says whoever bless Israel, I think he's talking about like the man Israel in the Bible, not the nation. And I liked what Tucker said, because it's questions that I ask, and I'm still seeking genuinely. Like I'm not completely formed on a full understanding of this, but I've asked my pastor and other people too, like exactly what Tucker said. Are we talking about the government? Are we talking about the borders, the land? Because for a while there, it wasn't named Israel. you know, right. So it is interesting, and yeah, it's just kind of a deep thing there. But I'll be honest, I personally, I don't like Ted's line of logic of well, we just have to support them at all costs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's fully political too. I mean, it's not really, you can't, I don't like the fact that you go from this fully political answer to, well, it's because I'm a Christian. Yeah. You're just trying to speak to your fan base. You're not really trying
The first answer made more sense. We get benefits from being allies with them. Like that makes more political sense. I may not like it, but it makes more sense than him just going like, "Oh, there's a Bible verse one time. I don't know the context or who said it."
Yeah.
We also send them money for intel. I mean, that's what it is. We send them billions of dollars for intel.
Yeah. Ted Cruz loves it.
It's in my it's in my opinion that like I think that Jeffrey Epstein was probably part of Mossad. I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of what sometimes it appears to be, was that was just like a blackmail operation.
Asset.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I mean, this is the way that I see it, though, is like a lot of people say, like, you can't bring your religion into politics or whatever. And it's like, no, I think that you can elect people on their belief systems. And, so when they say, like, you can't vote based off of your beliefs, my response is that what you believe? Because we're all operating and living life off of what our belief system is. So if you don't want somebody who's a Christian and has this type of theology, then don't vote for them. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Now, Melissa, are you a woman of faith?
Yes, I am.
What is your take?
I would have to agree with him. I think they're talking more about the man. Definitely, it seems like Ted's talking right out of his ass a little bit there. And it's kind of sad. It made me think of a couple of my vacation Bible school instructors from back in the day.
Who just spoke?
I got a nice little confusing...
Yeah.
a confusing Lutheran childhood. I mean, my Christianity is more, broadband now that I'm not really considering myself in a religion pigeonhole, I guess. But
yeah, well, once they had those Lutheran female priests, I was like, well, what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing
We're
here?
way off base.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
What are they letting everybody in now? Come on. Goodness. No, I held my kids underwater and did the whole thing, and
and also baptism.
Just gotta make sure there's still bubbles. Let them back up.
Yeah, I baptize them every time I'm angry.
Just so they know who's boss.
In the pool. Yeah.
Outside.
No, and I'm glad that we still talk about religion. I definitely agree with you. There's a weird point there where it's like, when are we going too far? But it does seem like, people of faith seem a little bit more optimistic and a little bit more happier in life. And maybe I could be totally wrong there. I'm in a small area in Michigan where that is very popular. And, most everybody is religious of some kind in that area. So
for sure.
it's a common topic to talk about.
At the water park.
Yeah. The water park.
It's the best.
We've been talking about that water park a
You
lot.
can't let it go.
Heck,
We gotta go.
I want to go.
For real, we should.
We
Yeah.
should absolutely go.
There's like a 6-person thing you can sit in.
Yeah.
What? There's 5 of us and Kayla.
And and you didn't even have to have 6.
Let's go.
No, Kayla should come. I was not inviting you, but you were invited. But I'm saying like you go in it, and it's like a 2-minute. It's like 2
That's
minutes.
awesome.
You go to an entirely different zip code and come back.
What?
And there's lights and stuff. Dude, it's
Sounds
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. It's seriously a miracle. You know what else is a miracle?
What's that?
Undertack.
Oh, hell yeah.
Boy,
Say that
howdy.
right
I
now.
gotta tell you a story, Dave, about
Yeah.
Undertack. It was
Do.
Father's Day. This Father's Day, I was at my dad's house and we were talking, and it was me, my brothers, my dad, and somehow we got onto underwear, as of course you do. And it turned out all of us were wearing Undertack underwear because I gave them Undertack, and I said, "My dad, I love you." Wearing tidy whities for my entire life, holes in them, too long, way too long. Gave him a pair of these. Wasn't expecting him to wear them. He was wearing them as I was talking to him.
Wow.
Dude, he
said-
switched out
Yes.
the old man whiteys.
That's right.
That's
and we
hard to
sat
do.
there
Yeah.
and talked for 10 minutes. I'm not joking about how good they are. So they're awesome.
I'm wearing them right now.
I am wearing them as well.
It's the only brand I wear. They cup it in the hot
I
summer.
really do.
I mean, truthfully, and they have it for women. Angela's got some.
They're wonderful, Melissa. We'll
I
have to
can't
get you
wait.
some.
Gotta
We'll
try
have to
them.
get you some.
We'll get you
Do
some.
they make the plus size?
Oh,
believe
yes.
That
so.
would be the
Yeah.
question.
They're not-
If I have to share with Angela, this isn't going to work out well.
There's a
You can't both wear them at the same
Yeah.
time. It doesn't work. I mean, maybe. It'd probably still be
I could
comfortable.
wear them as like a flip flop if they're Angela's.
they're pairing with Lane Bryant. No, they make them in all sizes. These are military people.
Nice.
They know
Yeah.
people come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
Don't
because
put
I would make
yourself
it in the
down.
military for sure.
Well, you know what?
Days military.
In a long day in the hot sun, you're going to feel like you're in the
like me.
military. And this will sop up them goods.
They don't ride up. They don't make you sweat.
The elastic band doesn't bend
amazing.
either. It drives me crazy when that happens on underwear
Crazy.
like that. It
Yeah.
doesn't. No
It
matter
does
how many
not.
times you wash them.
The words that came out of my dad's mouth were, they almost feel like you're not wearing anything.
Yep.
It's true.
Wow.
Except
I don't
they
know
have
what's
the
gonna get you to
protection.
And the
for
support.
when you're my age, yeah, when you pee still after you pee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's still some driblets and
Little bit, yeah, you
It's
gotta
more
make
and more every year. Like there's one dot, and then
Gotta make sure
all
you
of a
do.
sudden you just
I've had a couple kids. I'm scared to cough.
yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
That does. You got to do Kegels.
I'm doing them right now.
Yeah.
Trying, Dave.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to help hold that toe together is a fine pair of Undertack lady breeches.
That's right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You've got them, right?
Well, I'll tell you, I was just thinking about that time I picked you up at that hotel in Omaha and you were wearing the underwear.
Yep.
That was all he was wearing? That was it?
Made it sound a little bit gayer than the real thing. We were just talking about advertisers and he was like, I'm wearing Undertack right now. And then you showed me your underwear.
That's right.
It always comes up in conversation.
I'm telling you, you can get 20% off site-wide at undertack.com using code NORMAL20. And also, this is the most important part, your purchase will help support veterans and veterans-run profits that go to fighting human trafficking.
That's right.
So not only do you get a nice pair of underwear, but you're going to help save some lives. And all you do is you go and get yourself some, upgrade your gear.
Do it.
It's your mission, and it's in, undertack.com. What is that promo code, Angela?
Normal 20. NORMAL 20. Undertack.tac.com.
Do it.
The underwear is so good, I forget that they help with saving children.
Yeah.
I'm always distracted talking about how good the underwear are.
Truthfully, I don't care.
We could talk about them all
Is there
show
a way I could
long.
buy it without that?
Honestly, I could do a whole show.
It's great that they do that, but you're also like, well,
Yeah.
Should have
feel
like the
nice,
Undertack
too.
games.
Get some nice britches on.
yeah. I like to call them britches for
Yes.
no reason today.
Underoos.
Were you protesting last
I
weekend?
need some bloomers. I hate to admit it, but I was so busy, I didn't even know they were going on.
Odd. You have a job and a family?
How dare you?
That's
Somebody
weird.
was talking about the protests, and I was like, wait, there's protests? I'm so bad
Like,
about
no, you live in
that.
a Christmas town.
It's Christmas all year around. Yeah, that's really pathetic.
Well, Fox 11 Los Angeles helicopter reporter gave some in-depth coverage of the No Kings protest this past weekend. Let's take a look.
What?
The answer is yes. You know what? I don't care. I don't care about my. I am married. I am legally married. I am legally married. That's about the only way you can really say it. I am legally married.
I don't think it's legal to drink in the
looking
helicopter.
now at all.
Pilot Derek.
I just had a bunch of debacles with my personal life. Yes, it's true. I know. It's hard to believe. Somebody that doesn't even know what he's talking about in a relationship. And, But, I got nothing right now.
Give this
got
guy
nothing,
a show on the Blaze.
Got nothing, not really looking. Trying to find myself and be happy. I'm being serious about that.
You can find him now on Blaze TV.
Me, the pilot.
I like the camera guy's just trying to find something.
I want
It's
to be
like,
beholden to no one at this moment.
All right, man.
Do I get lonely? Of course. But I got cats.
I got cats.
I got cats.
I got cats.
Oh,
Sounds like he needs some undertech.
I feel like this is really crappy footage too. It's like he's so
I don't think he cares.
he's so busy just being like
Don't get.
he's so busy basically just saying like my wife and I rarely have sex.
I get lonely sometimes. I do, but I got cats.
You know the saddest part about that whole clip, though, is it's a helicopter and not a guy who's flying Delta
Just over there.
with the full plane.
250 people. Just
These things do loop.
You just hear him fighting the guy going, I don't need anybody right now.
Man, oh man. Yeah, I've been telling people to be ready for the protests. As 50 Cent once said, in the hood, summertime is the killing season. So get ready for protests this summer. That's all I can say.
All you got to do is give him a reason.
Haven't you
Trump
clocked it yet?
Yeah.
Clock it.
Yeah.
Haven't you clocked it yet?
Yeah,
It's not clocking you. I'm standing on business.
clearly not.
Word.
Yeah. That was a cool little clip.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Watch somebody have a meltdown for no reason.
Somebody doesn't know what he's talking
I mean,
about.
at least I would keep him on. I'm like, you can do every story, right?
Yeah.
Just go and
You
roll.
just keep talking.
There is something a little bit more interesting when someone starts like revealing the details of their unhappy marriage. That's like my favorite of like dirty laundry to air. It's like, tell me more about your wife.
And people go into it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, well, it's like the show Network or the movie Network where the guy just loses his mind.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what you want. That's what you want to put on air is that dude.
Part.
Like, why would you want real news when you could, you're not getting it anyway.
Dude,
Why not just have three people having meltdowns?
when I worked for a newspaper, I had this guy call in. He had a kind of a big account with us. He runs a big business in my town. And he's like, hey, the paper didn't get delivered. My wife is complaining. He's an older guy. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, listen, my wife is a horrible person, okay? So I just really need you guys to make sure that the paper is delivered, okay? Because I'm tired of dealing with this.
Oh no!
Was it the Omaha plane
She
drifter?
is a bitch.
Yeah, that's
Right.
yeah.
So funny.
My wife is a horrible person, okay? So I just need you to
It's just Jim Downey and Billy Madison.
yeah.
My wife, the awful trollop.
And if any of you
It's always at the neighbor's house for some reason. We don't know why.
I don't know.
well, I
He had
am
a
just
neighbor
going
like
to
that growing up. It was always like, well, the pool boy's there again. Of course, they didn't have a pool,
It's
but it was they were there in the van.
Maybe she needed to go to the neighbors to get the newspaper, and she was disappointed it wasn't there.
That's true. My wife is horrible. Just get the papers out, guys.
I need to read something.
Let me start tomorrow's article. Murder suicide at my house.
I always expected him to be mad at me. He was just pissed at her for making him call in.
Dude, that's when you just let him.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, dude, your wife's a real. Just like,
Oh yeah.
He's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly.
yeah, like when people do break up people. That-
So
I've never been in that sort of a relationship ever. Some
Actually,
people
no.
have.
Yeah.
Like your friend.
Yeah, she's been through some stuff.
Yep. You're in your first marriage.
No, actually my second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up, Dave.
Oh, first.
Wow.
Yeah, no, first one died. I'm
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
We did that.
drug overdose long after I got rid of him. I was a young gal in a bad way.
Yeah.
And this
We
guy,
all are.
this older guy came into my life, taught me sales, and I married him. And then
Okay.
yeah. I was 40, or he was 44. I was 19.
Oh, girl,
Yeah.
I've done that too.
man.
Don't
Yeah.
you worry.
Yeah, don't worry. She's
and-
got your back.
I got your back,
We
girl.
got stories to share, girl, because
Me too.
I did not realize, like, I won a fake contest at his sales company, and it was actually, like, just a way to get me out of town all by myself.
You are the
Wow.
probably, honestly, and I don't know, I've never even discussed this before, 8th person that I know
For real?
who married at that age, like
Yeah.
that giant age gap, and then the husband overdosed after long after.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird combo.
Yeah, I finally got some confidence. We had 2 great sales companies. Of course, I was, killing it. He was old and ugly. And he came into my life and saved the day. I think it was like the second time he was at my mobile home. My lights got cut off. And he's like, "You want me to pay to turn those on?" I was like, "Ooh, that balance is high. I can give blood tomorrow and I'll get them, caught back up a little bit."
And you're like, it's $28. It's a mobile.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was wild because I got into real estate. And so he was by himself at the office and started banging the new sales manager. And
That's rude.
So, but here's the cool thing. I got to give her tons of credit. I give her, first of all, she got me out of it.
Right.
Second of all, she ended up cheating on him with somebody. She got pregnant by some other guy after
Hilarious.
they got married, and then he OD'd and kicked the bucket. And I'm like, okay, have fun in hell. I hope it's hot. See you later. But yes,
at least
my
you're
current
forgiving.
husband, amazing guy. 30
Yeah, I love your
years.
husband. I was saying I just
yeah.
bumped into him the other day.
Yeah, he's a truck driver, so we were watching some of the protest stuff because over the years, the protests that happen, they kind of seem to get them baseball bats and get after them truck drivers who are just trying to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's scary.
You guys remember when it was like acceptable to flash truck drivers? And now you can't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Wait,
My husband will
When
let
did that
you.
stop?
You totally could.
I mean, I still do.
Yeah. They're the
okay?
ones who need
They
it
don't
the
even
most.
like the.
They're alone.
They don't even do
They
this
really don't do that
anymore.
for kids anymore.
Not even hardly.
They
do it
don't
for-
even do it when I mash my penis against the window
not a fan of that.
when I'm driving.
Yeah.
It's sad.
What's
The world's changed.
What's it there for?
And that's good
What's
driving.
the window there for?
You can do that and drive?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He's flexible.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe.
Stuntman level driving.
It's not bad.
Man, I really wish we did go to Waco today together then.
I kind of do. I do want to talk to you about Waco. We let's talk for a minute about Waco. Should we get into Tyler Perry real quick? I don't know.
Well,
It's
I
your
think-
guys' call.
Our end of the world is kind of a long one too because it's got a
That's
clip
true.
involved.
Well,
Maybe we could have you guys come back tomorrow too.
yeah, you guys
You wanna
can
do
come
that?
back tomorrow.
You got a Waco story. I want to hear it.
Okay, I'll come back tomorrow.
Right, tomorrow.
Want to come back tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a flight in the morning to Houston, but I'm sure I could change it.
We can just change
Cancel it. It's canceled.
We can just change it.
Just change it.
It's gone.
Just change it.
Sounds like a plan.
Pull out your phone right now.
We'll be back.
Pull it out right now.
Cancel.
It's in my Undertech underwear.
That's right.
Hold on.
Show
Oh,
it to the camera. Let the camera
look
see.
at it. It's not even sweaty.
It's not in your underwear. Well, I'm sorry if we couldn't get to the Tyler Perry story. I know you were all dying to hear it.
He squeezed some guy's butt. The end. When he was drunk.
Hey, it's Hollywood.
The gay guy who is eventually going to star in Medea's toilet.
Yeah.
All right.
280 million. The guy with his butt squoze is asking for.
He can make a movie.
280 million? Yeah. Which is kind of like nothing, though, from Tyler Perry.
Yeah, he's got so much money.
Sign me
Yeah,
up,
but that's
man.
crazy.
Grab my ass. I'll take that much money.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll let him do anything to me.
All right, chill.
He can make a new hole.
You could afford to patch it up.
Yeah, like
It's true.
$280 million.
yeah. It's not gay if it's $280 million.
But every night before
That's
you go
true.
to bed, you got to look in your giant, beautiful mirror, and you know how you paid for that.
That's fine. Yeah,
Gold plated. That's
before I jump on my perfect bed fitted just for me.
Yeah.
After I park my Lambo.
it's a twin. It's a twin.
I would tell people how I got it. I'd be like, hey, how did you obtain your wealth? You know Tyler Perry? Yeah. Ass fucked me.
Dude, I just
Hanging above my.
Right before I came in here, I just watched a clip of Carlson White, who's always on Alex Stein's podcast, and they're like, so you sue every place you work at? And he goes, oh, I'm a bad motherfucker, man. He's like, I'll call OSHA, and then I tell my boss I'm the one that called OSHA, and then they discriminate against me, and then I sue him for he's like, works every time.
Wow.
Seriously? I would be admitting that on the air.
Dude, Carlson White is so funny. You got to get him on here.
Really funny.
So I do want to talk to you a bit, though. Today you went to the Branch Davidian compound in Waco.
Yeah.
So you got my letters.
Yeah, I went. Do we have time to go into it?
We got a few minutes.
Yeah, I went down there. Just wanted to check it out. Saw the TV show a couple years ago, and so I drove down there and saw the stuff. And what was funny was there was a touring punk and metal band that was there at the same time that I was, and so they rebuilt this little church there. And this really nice lady comes out and she's like, you guys want to come inside? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So these pictures are from the inside. There's like an arrow pointing at chapel. Yeah, they just have...
Did you wear the Abolish the ATF shirt there or buy it there?
No. This is a Drinking Bros t-shirt. So
it is?
Yeah,
okay.
So I told the lady that I had it in the car and she was like, you should put it on. So I was like, will you take my picture outside the church with it? And she said, yeah. So I went and I put it on. And posted that picture. But she's like, they have the picture there of like the ATF after they burned everything down, and she's like, yep, and here's a photo of the ATF. They're real proud of all the children and women they just killed. And so then they have this like hole in the ground
where they were gassed, right?
Yeah, where they were gassed. Not that's the pool, I believe, but in front of it right there. And what's funny is if you zoom in, there's a guy standing on the side wearing an Eazy-E t-shirt, and his bandmate was wearing a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt, and they like I said, they're a touring band. I won't say their name because they probably don't probably not fans of the Blaze. But anyway, yeah, they've got that there, and it's a beautiful drive out there. It doesn't cost anything to go in. They've just got to post it up. So she was like, tell Glenn Beck to come out here. And so you guys should do something. Like she'll show, it's just like a church, and then they've got this stuff they made up on the walls about what the government did and some self-published books.
I'd like to go
Field
there.
trip.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
She's super.
It's not far,
fun,
right?
yeah.
It's only a few hours.
It's like an
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's bad.
just depends on.
I didn't realize they had it set up there. I thought it was just...
Yeah, I don't.
Empty.
It wasn't what I guess I always imagined the compound is like in the desert, but it's beautiful in there. It kind of reminds me of Nebraska in a lot of ways, but it was just like a nice area. Took a gravel road to get there at one point, and
and nothing's as big as the story.
dude, it's I mean, it's so nice. I was about to be like David Koresh here in the flesh, part 2.
Reborn.
It was like a rock star, so I'd have to be like a rapper. So you
Branch
know what I mean?
Davidians.
Yeah,
You can set up your cult there.
Yeah, be like, guess who's
Ranch
I didn't hear
Davidians.
no bell. Yeah, I'd love to live out there. It's an interesting history. That the Seventh-day Adventists is like an offset of that. Basically, they'd owned that property for a long time. There's this older lady who was kind of like the prophetess or something, who was kind of like running it, and her son George had a dispute of like who the leader should be. And so then when David Koresh came along, some people thought he was fulfilling some prophecies. And in this book I was reading, Waco by Jeff Ginn, he alludes to the fact that people think that David Koresh and this old lady were banging. So of course I Googled her because I was like, what are we working with here? And then I saw that and I was like, what a pervert. What a sick son of a bitch. But I asked the lady there, I go, so, did David Koresh take child brides? And she goes, he had relations with 12-year-old girls. That is correct. She said some of these people were just, they thought he was, because he thought...
I mean, it's not his fault. Did you see what they were wearing?
Oh, boy. So she said that these people thought that he was God, that they thought that it was like an honor thing which is just, disgusting. So, David Koresh, nothing cool about it. The thing that's just sad about it is, to me, it just always seemed like the federal government instigated that fight. They wanted to win after they wanted to win after the Weaver situation, and so they instigated that, and they got more than they bit off more than they could chew there. They didn't expect to be shot at and stuff, and then the women and children
it was really bad.
They died, and I think that the government was reckless, and just like I always forget, like they were playing music super loud, and they'd shine the lights. I mean, just
they were
I believe
trying.
it was Ice Ice Baby. They're just
I always forget.
We're
the
doing
song was.
psychological warfare on them, though.
Yeah.
Which I was just reading about some of that. So that was I don't know, man. That whole thing is really disturbing. That did wake a lot. I mean, what's interesting with those types of people like Randy Weaver and stuff is like they were a conspiracy theorist before everybody was a conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? And like with Randy Weaver, his conspiracy theories basically became like a self-fulfilling prophecy where it was like, oh, the government's spy. I think they lived in Iowa. So I was like, we got to get out of Iowa, go to the mountains. Yeah. And then like in doing so ends up on the FBI's radar and stuff. But which, by the way, so Randy Weaver used to travel the country, go to gun shows, and he went to one in my town, and my brother...
You ever go to mine?
Yeah. My brother met him, and then afterwards they went out and...
jokes.
They went out and had beers together afterwards, and Randy was just like kind of giving him game of like, just watch what the government's narrative... This was like right around 9/11. I was like, I can't believe you got to chill out and have a beer with Randy Weaver around 9/11.
Nuts.
So,
jeez.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get more into some stuff tomorrow that I wanted to talk to you about, a bit about chaos, the CIA, and the Manson family.
Let's do it.
I don't know if you've heard of them.
It's a little story, I think.
My friends?
Manson is a music writer.
I love his music.
Mm-hmm.
Unsarcastically.
Would you like the one that they did on the Spaghetti Incident? That was the secret track of the Guns N' Roses album?
I don't
what are
know
you,
about
Tucker
that.
Carlson?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Gotcha questions.
I know my music and I know my Manson.
I don't like Guns N' Roses.
Well, you're fired.
I'm with you. I'm with you on
okay.
that.
Really?
They kind of suck.
You don't like
Ridiculous.
Guns N' Roses?
No.
Way over.
Nothing lasts forever.
Come on.
More of a Poison girl myself.
Poison way better.
We're seriously,
Yeah, way
we're
better.
not even
Poison.
going to get into the fact that Poison is better than...
It's better.
Yeah,
better.
Angela, come on, man.
I
Have
want
you heard
Right, she's
Slash
right.
play guitar?
No, he's good.
He's good.
I don't like Guns N' Roses.
Why?
But Poison?
It's their music, mainly.
Just their music or
I
like
just
the
want nothing but a
personalities?
good
I don't
time.
care about the personality.
Who hurt
Music is
you?
crap.
Who hurt you?
Guns N' Roses.
Come on, guys. Use your illusion 1 and 2.
Dave, have you seen... Hey, brother, have you seen GNR Live?
What is happening?
Have you seen GNR Live, brother?
Welcome to the Jungle sucks.
No.
Welcome to the jungle.
Dave, ignore them.
First of all, it doesn't, but the album
Yes, it does.
certainly doesn't.
Talk to the one who cares about you, Dave.
I'm listening.
Dave,
I'm looking
have
at
you
it.
seen Guns N' Roses live?
I have twice.
Dude, isn't it so? I saw it, and it was amazing to see Slash play guitar like a real master of his craft.
Yeah, otherwise, it's a little rough. But I mean, yeah, I'll give you that. But
Okay.
Slash is
Flip
amazing.
flop.
Slash is,
No,
Slash is
I
really
went to their
not denying
opening
that.
of when they finally got back together at Ford Field.
Wow.
They played Estranged, and they also played, Civil War.
I got chills up and down my body.
It was
Have you
amazing.
seen the recent
played 2 songs.
picture of them on stage where he looks like a beluga whale?
Not anymore, dude.
Axel?
No, Axel's
not-
fit, brother.
Really? Where'd that photo come from? Because it was like circulating around like 2 weeks ago.
Axel got healthy, baby.
Yeah, and Slash, dude, he's got a pacemaker
Slash
from all
looked
the
good.
coke he did. Oh,
Yeah, dude, his book, he's
That's
got
a- that's a
one hell
fellow
of a
mixed
book.
brother.
You've
Black
probably
Don't
read
Crack.
Slash.
I read Slash's
yeah.
book. My only gripe with Slash's book is I'm going like, yes, we do like Cantor's. It's a delicious restaurant. There's stuff you're adding in here that you don't need to put.
It's a big book, man.
It's very thick.
Is he like text-to-speeching his whole autobiography? and
He's
just
friends
leave
with the
everything
guy
in?
who owns Cantor's, so it's just like, so I'm at Cantor's and I'm eating a Reuben. And you're like,
And
I'm
it's delicious.
not reading Slash's book for Reubens. But I've read. It's a great book. Anthony Baza, who's a great writer, did that book with him.
Yeah.
He did Artie's books. He did a lot of rock.
I mean, you got a rock legend writer for your book too, which is pretty impressive.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. There's
Party of
people
One
here who
available on
haven't even
Amazon.
finished
Get
my
it.
book, and they claim to be my friends.
Get it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't read. We know this.
I read it to you on the phone.
And I said, click.
Dude,
I found out you had hung up.
one time Dave texted me, he was like, be honest, what should I do with my book? And I was like, I think you're being a pussy for not releasing it. And then like the next night he goes on here and he's like, and my friends keep saying I'm a pussy for not releasing the book.
Well, you weren't the only one, but you're stung the most.
But it got him to
sat
release
on
the
it
book,
for-
didn't it?
I sat on it for 5 years, you know.
Yeah.
You can check out that book, Party of One, a Fuzzy Memoir. Where again can we find you, Melissa?
Thecomedyseries.net, Facebook, Instagram, Melissa Hager TV. I'm on the Tickety Talk, doing all the stupid stuff.
There you go.
Tickety-tack.
Tickety talk, make your body rock.
Whatever
Matt?
makes you happy.
Yeah, you can find me on Angela Does Horror. No, I'm just kidding.
You can
Just
find him
follow me
there.
on at Matt Bechtel on Instagram or Matthew R. Bechtel on Twitter. Appreciate
You
the
did a
likes and
watch along
follows.
though,
He's
yes?
there.
I
He's
hopped
there.
in, brother. I hopped in.
And then Angela does horror, and 2 weeks from now, correct? You're doing...
Yeah, not this Friday, but
Not
next
this
Friday.
one.
I have plans.
Okay.
Oh,
girl.
Okay, all right,
date?
plans.
At date.
Okay.
No,
Fancy.
I didn't mean it like I was joking.
I don't go on hot dates anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Just cold one.
Tell us more about that.
Oh, my marriage is kind of falling to pieces.
We're all listening.
Are you a helicopter pilot?
Is he old? How old is
Jared.
he?
That's the flip side.
And of course,
Court of Black Garrett on YouTube. Go check it out. Go do that.
and now let's all go to the end of the world.
Dave.
Yes. Arnold Schwarzenegger, best known for saying screw your freedoms and also for screwing his cleaning lady, appeared to mildly redeem himself on The View recently, advocating for legal immigration and the rule of law.
But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal, and those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest, and you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do, rather than committing a crime or
What
being
is she about to
abusive or
do?
something
She's
like
trying
that.
to jump
So that
in and
doesn't
cut him
really
off.
work in this country. So I think the
See,
important
look.
thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics.
She's still trying to be like,
whatever it is.
We all have that
Don't say that.
responsibility. We all do. Yeah, that's great.
No, I think that's well
Yeah,
said.
he's accurate.
And is there a better example?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude
100%.
does, whether you like him or not. I mean, I obviously love him as an action star and stuff.
I mean, what he said was pretty shitty, like we said there.
Before, but it's like he, you know,
But he's still a legend.
I mean, and he's spot on, and he's just trying to say you can make it. And I
Yeah,
think that's-
his book "Be Useful" is so like.
it's
motivating.
really good.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
read that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
I love that.
It's very to the point, but it doesn't feel as hard as Jocko.
Yeah,
Like it's a
Yeah.
little like this looser.
it made me feel good when I read.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. It doesn't make you feel defeated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I really did like his book. So, what are some one-liners Arnie might have if he were a border agent? QB.
The Iceman cometh.
Say hasta la
That's too good.
vista to your baby. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's messed up. Well, the baby can go with him.
No,
can
they're
stay
taking
together.
babies.
Oh, they're taking.
Oh, they're taking the
They're
babies.
taking the babies.
Immigration enforcement is a dish best served cold.
That's two Batmans.
Melissa.
The Iceman cometh.
Wait, that's what?
I know. I liked that one.
Yeah, good. Hey, good job.
Always dig
I'm
it.
trying to be. So I took his advice. I'm trying to be a really good guest and
Yeah.
give
Oh,
more
I like
of it. Instead of just sitting here crop dusting this whole studio.
That's
thought,
what we do
I'm not being
as
a very
well.
good
Oh, I fart in
guest.
here
I
all
like
the time.
that. Good
Angela
job.
is always.
Yeah.
You should have just chilled in Tijuana.
Wow, you're pretty good. at that.
Yeah, I got one. The Iceman cometh.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Say hasta la vista to your baby.
That sounded like Groot.
I know, I can't do it.
Something
For
like,
very
what was
long.
it?
It's,
Wish
it-
he would have been like, hasta la
I
vista.
do Pablo Francisco on Special K doing.
It's layered. It's layered.
Thank you all for tuning in today. We will be back tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful day. And World War III, maybe?
Cross fingers. Kiss.